Hello. Okay, let me grab Ronnie, and then we can start. Let me pause the music. Wait, let me pause the music. That wasn't pausing. I just accidentally muted it. Okay, that's paused. What button? What button? There we go. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Okay, wait. Talk for a sec for me?
Hello, I'm talking and
Okay,
it's
great.
really good.
It is. I have you too loud for me, but not for stream, so I was trying to figure out where things needed to be changed.
I see.
Yeah. Fun. Can you see the game?
Yes.
Perfect. I'm like, okay. The game is quiet. The game is a little quiet. Hold on. I'm like, every time we do things now, every time I stream, all of the settings are different, and it's a nightmare.
No, I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's just annoying. Because I don't, like, write it down anywhere, so I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
Hello, JJ. Hello, Hannah. Library books are fun. How was your Asian fusion spaghetti good? What does Asian fusion spaghetti mean? What do you think it means, Ronnie?
What does that mean?
What do you think, Ronnie? What's your hot take?
I'm not sure.
Okay, we can just leave that there. I'll leave the sound mix.
I guess like maybe the sauce.
Okay, that would make sense. Oh, yep, there
like
we go.
Yeah. They have just like spaghetti noodles, but yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I haven't pulled up chat yet. One sec.
Oh. Will you do that? I'll load the game. Guess what? New case.
Wow.
This is crazy. It's a pasta night. I had pasta salad. Oh shit.
Spaghetti.
And that is the whole
I
truth of
also
this
had-
case. Sorry.
I thought this was Phoenix.
Yeah, I just had to read it.
Got it.
I was just like,
Yeah,
fuck.
this is a bit...
I always forget you don't get to stop in the openings.
yeah, it's just kind of like, here we go.
Oh fuck, he's dead.
Game over, guys.
I can't believe. In order to understand it myself, I had to know the story of these last 7 long years. Sorry, you can take over later. The lag.
Yeah, the lag is an issue.
They were really
Yeah.
proud of this shot, huh? The
They
card
really were.
trick, they did it and they were like, we gotta show that 18 more times. Nothing happens by chance. All is connected. I love these two random circling spheres that mean nothing. I love when computer graphics mean nothing. This is some of the best art in the game. They should have just given up on the 3D models. And now,
Really?
you stand ready to begin the final chapter of this story. Although, I will admit, the, like, lifting animation, kinda shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, me. Me when I
There
stand
she
up too
goes.
fast.
There she goes.
We've all been there. Will the defendant be found guilty or innocent? The decision is yours. Hi.
Lol.
Hi. Mr. Anime Glasses. Wow. Anyway, how was your week? Ugh.
Mine or
Yeah. We usually talk for like
not
2
that I
minutes
know- Not
before.
that, like you'd be talking to anyone else. I don't know. I was like, maybe you're asking Kristoff. I don't know.
Yeah, Christoph, how was your week?
How's
Maybe
Phil?
he'll answer.
I think he'd tell you to not talk to him anymore, but you know.
Yeah.
My week was good. Applied to 1 bajillion jobs.
Real.
My girlfriend made me buttered noodles today.
Hell yeah.
Because we got Taco Bell and they didn't listen to my order.
No. Oh.
Well, I could have fucked up, but from how I had understood it on the app, the taco I got, I was just getting lettuce, meat, and cheese. And it looked like the sour cream and everything was like sides that you added on. So I was like, okay, as long as I don't click any of that, I'm fine. And then I wasn't fine.
Got it.
And they gave me like a fuck ton of sour cream on it. And I didn't want that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a bit of a picky eater and I just don't fuck with sour cream that much. And it's fine. I had also gotten a quesadilla because I had gotten a combo. So I did have something to eat. But Heather felt bad and was like, can I make you buttered noodles? And I was like, yeah. Yeah, like, I'm not going to say no.
Understandable.
So I got more luckily later. So later tonight, I can go to Noodle Town again.
Hell yeah. I I gotta do so much merch this weekend. Like, all merch.
Yeah, I'm doing prints now. I have one Dungeon Meshi print, but I wanted to do another, and then I want to do a Hades 2 print.
I'm simply not making any... I might make one print. I'm not even trying to, like, make things that are cool or popular. There's no point for... I thought about it. I am making one charm for Honkai Star Rail because I bought acrylic board for it and realized I didn't know what to draw. But one of the characters matches really well, and I do like her. So I was like, you know what?
I see.
We'll just do that.
I just legitimately have been getting obsessed with Dungeon Meshi, and then I've been watching Heather play a lot of Hades 2, so I already, like, knew all the characters, and now I just bought it, so...
I'm waiting, because
I have the actual cred. I do go there.
I just don't... I thought about it, and I did, like, a little, like... Would anyone buy more from me because I make something popular? And the conclusion I came to was no. So I didn't bother trying. I thought about it for a few minutes, and I was like, do I actually like anything popular right now? No. Do I need to make myself like anything popular for this? No. And then I moved on. It wasn't awesome. I was just like, we're just gonna have to deal with no one buying anything. That's what.
It'll happen.
I don't know. I'm really out of ideas for how to get rid of some of these buttons that I don't want anymore. I'm gonna have to figure out something.
Grab bags eventually.
Eventually, but I'm thinking for like the miraculous buttons that I have a bunch of, I'm gonna have to make other miraculous stuff because I don't think it's gonna work as well if it's just like random miscellaneous like I feel like I need to be able to like be like, this is a miraculous grab bag. But even then, I don't sell miraculous at cons. You'd think I would sell some.
Has it been enough years? Has it been long enough that you can crank the price down on them?
Like, technically they still make them, so I really shouldn't. I can take it down a little bit, but like I don't know if it's like cool for me. Like, but like the thing is, people aren't even like looking at them like, oh, that looks cool, but it's too expensive. Like, people just like glaze over them, and that's the issue here. So we're gonna have to probably do like, maybe I'll do like a miraculous grab bag, but I'll have to like make a bunch of stickers or something to put in there so it's not just these buttons, because I want... Yeah,
probably just stickers.
I want rid of them, but I don't know how. I want rid of so much of my stuff. It's on me for thinking people would buy them. That's on me.
You sold out of like a lot of your miraculous prints, so I don't know what was up with... I don't know.
I need to sell more of those prints, though, because I got so many. I have, like, 14 more than I wanted. Remember? They, like, more than doubled my order.
That's right.
And none of them are misprints, so I don't know what happened. I mean, I didn't pay for them, so I don't mind. But, like, I am, like, I gotta get rid of these. I don't want these.
They just really liked them. We're like, what if you got so many?
What if you got over twice as many? Bad business model. Bad business model.
Hey man, keep those.
You don't print extras. I'm sure it was just like they accidentally printed too many and were like, fuck it, whatever. Oh, yeah. But like, it was very confusing to get that many and just be like, what do I do? I was so confident we were going to get rid of some of them too, because like the voice actors were there and then no one bought any, and I was just like,
everyone probably got their fucking shit signed by the voice actors, and then we're like, all right.
Fair. Those are so expensive.
I know.
They're so expensive. Anyway, October 7th, 10:37 a.m. Write Anything Agency. I'm not in the right...
Oh, not to drag it out more, I'm also pissed at the email I got back from Animate being like, oh, it's still a bit too early. We'll, like, let everyone know a bit closer. And I'm like, it is in July. Taya has to get an airplane ticket.
Cons really do want you to do things very last minute. It's very frustrating.
Like, how? But, like, that shouldn't be. What if it wasn't like that?
Oh, fuck.
What is?
Sorry. I'm looking at... I scheduled a doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
And I thought she said July 27th. But that's a Saturday.
Huh.
So I'm like, was it July 22nd? Because I'm not here. Well, hypothetically, I might not be in state.
Most likely it's a yes, because I mean, if they got us in for GalaxyCon and it's
this is like a neurology appointment that like I scheduled for July because that was the closest. So I'm gonna have to call again on Tuesday and be like, "Hi, what day was that?" Because I don't.
Yeah.
Are they open on Saturdays?
Mhm.
Hold on. You all have to wait with me while I.
Did you get an email at all?
Nope. They said they'd text me, but like closer to it. You know.
Yeah.
I assume that's this guy. This looks like the right spelling. I don't care why you think it's rewarding to be a neurologist. I'm trying to find your hours. No, like, what are your office hours and appointments? It says Saturday to Sunday emergency only.
Are you an emergency or?
No, I'm not. Hold on, let me write down a note so I know I have to call them on. Maybe I'll email them.
I love calling instead of emailing.
Emailing instead of calling?
Emailing instead of calling.
Sorry. Well, because just the issue is, first of all, I wrote down the date wrong. So now I have no idea what day it is, actually.
Yeah.
But if it is on the 22nd, there's a high chance I won't be in the state. I'll be on a plane. So I have to fix that ASAP and be like, I'm sorry. So, hold on. Let me write this down for tomorrow. Email. I'm glad I checked that. Knowing me, it would have been like the day of the appointment, and they'd text me like on Friday and be like, reminder, you have an appointment on Monday, and I would be in Ohio.
Yeah.
Like.
And that's the worst place to be.
Just like that Last 5 Years song.
God. I love in the same phone number. It's like, now I'm in Ohio, and he sounds so sad.
Oh no. Yeah.
It is funny because like Columbus itself, I don't know how, I forget how much of the downtown area you've seen, but like it actually is really like nice and like metropolitan, but only in Columbus and like Cincinnati.
All right. Well, now I've pretty much been in there, and I've been to Cleveland, briefly, very briefly.
I know my girlfriend calls like this North High Street like the LA of like the Midwest. But Columbus legitimately does have a really artsy like punk scene and shit. It's just like you just can't go outside Columbus because then you're just in Ohio. I go in Columbus and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not. It's like I'm not in Ohio, and then I leave and I'm like, oh, there's the hell is real sign.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you're Trucy.
I'm Trucy. You're Apollo. We'll deal with it from there. Okay.
Hey Apollo, look on TV. Look.
Yeah, I'm kind of busy.
Because of like where they are, I always imagine like this is just the middle of the room. So he's like, I'm kind of busy. He says, standing in the middle of the room, not doing anything.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at that. He's the last Grammary, all right? Amazing. Apollo, you should be watching this. I'm gonna quiz you on this. There will be a quiz.
Ow! What?
Well, what are we even doing? Is she like hitting him?
She's just like beating the shit out of him. I'm just writing about our last case in my journal. Nerd.
Loser!
Lol.
Lawyers are supposed to write things in records, Apollo, not journals. And why now? That case was 3 months ago.
I know they give us timestamps for everything, but I don't always process them. I love when they're like, that was X months ago, and I'm like, fuck, you guys haven't done shit.
Yeah.
Phoenix is the same. He'll be like, I haven't had a case in 6 months, and I'm like, dude.
How are the lights on?
I don't know, but I'm impressed. Real Hannah, because I have looked at for Fix multiple times, like, layouts of the office and trying to figure out where the fuck everything is, and I'm just like, fuck it, there's other rooms.
Hey, it's a long story. Did a lot, you know.
It took us months to get through it, so I get it, Apollo.
To be fair, we had a hiatus because I had to graduate. I had to do my film and graduate.
We were also very slow because we talk a lot. I actually added this time to our tags, talking and playing, hopefully to... I think I'm gonna have to go back on the Disco VOD and add to the first description, like, hey, we talk a lot. A lot. We talk a lot. Not about the game, and we talk over the dialogue. I'm so sorry. If you don't like that, turn back now.
I feel bad still.
I don't. I just, like, I don't know.
It's just like, what if I want to hang out with Taya? What if I miss Taya and want to talk to Taya?
I just think that there's a lot of people who have left comments who got a few episodes in, and I can't relate to, like, I just think you should have stopped watching earlier. You know?
Fair, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Phoenix is depressed and Apollo's the most unlucky man on the planet. Oh wait, you read that, sorry.
I was like, I did read that.
I was reading it again and I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, you're fine. I want to vacuum pack the feel of the moment for later.
Vacuum pack?
I think it's later now. Just
yeah,
FYI,
it is later. This has
reached later.
This is the same energy of me being like, I have to add more book reviews from work because it takes me about 20 minutes to write them, so I don't do them at work. Except for the fact that I haven't written one since like August. And I'm still like, I could write that no, I can't. No, you can't, Apollo.
Right now I'm wowing the crowd by figuring out how Lamore disappeared.
I think Apollo should just write crime fiction.
That'd be great.
I read a legal thriller for work the other day. It wasn't the best thing ever. I think you could just do that. I've been thinking.
Did you have any fun Did you have fun reading it at least?
It was interesting. The ending wasn't very good. The ending was disappointing. Oh god,
Sad.
I just broke a pen. Can I fix this? I think I fixed it.
No.
Don't worry about it. I just like
falling apart around you.
Yeah. But I was like thinking about my fic where Apollo gets really bad burnout, and it's not going to actually have like a what he does afterward at the end. Spoiler alert, because that's not the point. But maybe he just stops and writes crime fiction for a while.
What a beautiful world.
Wow.
That's right. Uncle Valen did that illusion too. But you're missing him on TV right now.
Let's get into the good part.
That's actually so funny because one of the reasons Apollo isn't really in my like writer cover artist AU is because I couldn't think of what he would do in publishing. I was like, I don't think this guy would be in publishing. I don't think he's in publishing. I think he's still a lawyer, but now he writes crime fiction too.
Suppose I should watch a little TV with her. After all, her father's expecting me to look after her while he's away.
Meanwhile, Phoenix looked at Trucy and he was like, "You're in charge."
Yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And like Apollo like awkwardly laughed it off, thinking he was like making a little joke, and he's like, "What?
This isn't a joke."
No, she is in charge.
He's like, "I don't trust you to not fuck with the thermostat. Don't touch that thing. Trucy knows how it works." What you're now seeing is a rehearsal for the greatest magic show on Earth. Happening right here at our very own Sunshine Coliseum.
Sunshine Coliseum? Hey, that's where the Governor's concert was.
Yeah, there's only so many, like, venues. There's only so many large venues in a place, Apollo. I know you're in LA, but there's only so many venues.
In your, like, immediate area.
Yeah. Only 3 more days until miracles happen here, right before your unbelieving eyes. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. That scared the shit out of me. The legendary troupe Gramarye is performing for the first time in 7 years.
That's going to be great. I'm so there. You and Daddy are coming too.
Legendary Gramarye. Really don't care, God. If Trucy's real father was still alive.
He's like haunting them in the back, and Apollo keeps looking at him. He's like, oh God.
You know that painting, like, he like gives that painting a side eye.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or photo, I guess.
God, gotta love the tiny wiki PNGs, JJ.
stage performing miracles.
Wait, I'm thinking. Sorry, I confused myself. I was like, if her real father was still, if her bio father was still alive, right? That's what he just said.
Yeah.
Does he know that? Or is he? No, what? No, we're gonna play the game. I don't know where I've confused myself.
I got the tickets and
Fair.
everything. Here's yours, Apollo.
Don't give it to him. Don't give it to him right now. He's gonna put it in a book and forget it.
Is that...
I can't remember. I'm sitting here like, I don't remember the beginning of this case.
Let's go to the next one.
Oh, you're here, working hard or hardly working.
Maybe it's
Oh, it's Phoenix, okay.
Okay.
We were like, ooh.
Hey, how have you been?
Hi there, stranger.
Oh, you're the kind of greeting I'd want to hear from my own kid. You just don't get it.
You don't
He doesn't
get it,
get it.
Apollo.
You could never fathom.
You don't understand their bond.
He has been gone a long time. Now goes the truth scene. Here, I got a present for you.
Yay, pudding! I love pudding. Ooh, it's farm fresh. And not just one pudding, but 3 whole cups. I'll have to pace myself.
I get it, honestly.
Real. She's real.
Like, if we got pudding right now,
Us pacing ourselves.
You already know what I'm gonna fucking say.
Uh-huh.
We gotta get into animate so we can go to Bell's.
Ugh.
So bad.
When they brought it up
Have you
in the thread the other day, I was like, imagine being able to go to Bell's at any point.
That's me, because one of the bus stops on my route to work every day literally stops in front of that entire like Asian strip mall. And like I just think every time it does, I'm like, I could just get off the bus right now and go to Bell's. Like there's nothing. Like I know I have work, but like I physically could do this. And then I don't, and then I get sad about it.
Real.
Have you told Chad? Have you told them about Bell's?
I don't think so. I think we've just vaguely alluded to it.
Like some kind of like ethereal beast. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the little Japanese bakery in Columbus that like Taya and I are like entranced by.
I've only been there once and it was wonderful. We got real strawberry milk and pastries. Ugh, really
and they
good.
like constantly rotate new cheesecakes and shit.
Ugh,
Oh my god, JJ!
it's
right?
so good.
It's so good. And it's like such a like little like place too. It's like not like a tourist trap, but I'm like I can't even gatekeep it because I talk about it so much. I can't even keep it to myself.
I wouldn't want to.
I'm just like I tell people are like, where do you want to go? And I'm like, oh my god, we're near Bell's, by the way. By the way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm beat.
Me, always. I'm so tired always.
That's right, Daddy. You're on a top secret mission. You've got to take it easy with the secrets, you know?
When were you in Columbus, JJ? I mean, you don't have to answer that if it's like, you know, but I'm just curious. Like, oh my god, you were here. Alright, you are. Yeah, no, they posted on Facebook like a week ago or two that they like had just like their like new rotating dessert was like this fancy blueberry cheesecake, and I sent it to Tay and I was like, God. And that was about it.
It's fine.
We're gonna blow so much money on shit.
Before the con too.
Oh yeah, before the con, we are gonna fill up my girlfriend's fridge with like what we don't eat then.
Mm-hmm. I love that for you, JJ.
it.
You were there for like
Listen,
12 hours and you went to Bell's. And that's priority. That's
You
priority.
made the most of your time.
Mhm.
You did you did the necessary things.
I have no idea how to spell it. I'm gonna assume you're right. Both times even.
Yeah, no, we will be shopping for ourselves and also ourselves in the future and stocking up Heather's fridge. So you still can't tell us what your mission is?
Get over it, Apollo.
Maybe it is time. It has something to do with you anyway. Huh? With me?
He's like, oh my god, with me, I can do something other than mow lawns.
Bell's, IKEA. There's a few mediocre Mexican restaurants, especially around there. There's a few around.
That's so funny.
There's a few. There's a
We
decent
have
handful.
the saddest Mexican place in my town. It just opened up the other... no. A new one opened up, which is pretty... It's okay. It's decent for where I live, which is in the middle of nowhere, very rural, very white. But
Like the opposite of me, a little bit.
yeah, but we had a new one... before that new one opened up, there was another one. And people rated it pretty decently, so we tried it once. And my quesadilla was literally microwaved. It was the most upset. It was such an upsetting experience that the next day we drove over an hour to this really, really good tiny Mexican place because we were like, that was so sad. We need good Mexican food.
JJ, I hate to tell you this, a Mexican, narrowing it down to it was on High Street does nothing for me. But, you know, thanks. You know, I'll keep an eye out for any shitty Mexican restaurants on, like, High Street.
Ooh, maybe you're getting a top secret mission too. Maybe
yeah, High
you
Street's
can.
just, like, busy.
Oh, fair.
Maybe you can be one of those guys. A spy! Because you're sure not being a lawyer right now.
Rosie is screaming.
Rosie, no!
Girl. She wants to go outside all the time.
Oh, Rosie.
The thing is, we have a leash. Like, Heather said she has, like, a leash for her, but apparently her plan, whenever she goes outside, it's always the same thing, where she loves the grass, she rolls around the grass, she eats the grass, and then she always tries to run into oncoming traffic.
Oh,
and
Rosie.
that's where the outdoor fun ends. That's when we have to be like, alright, alright, inside. I see, she just wanted attention. Everyone say hi to Rosie.
Hi, Rosie.
Can I just be a defense? Oh, not on the keyboard. Oh, no. Oh, not correct, girl. Okay. Can I just be a defense attorney?
No.
You're in Japanifornia,
You can't just be anything.
to be honest. He said TBH. Telling you about the mission was my whole reason for coming here today.
I love that one drawing of Phoenix. I don't even remember what he says, but it's a comic of him pointing at like a shark or a whale or something in the aquarium, and he like says some kind of slang, but he says it wrong, and Athena and Apollo just look at him in like horror. I'll have to find it later. It's so funny. But just like there's something so funny about these games being set in like the now, basically, because like when that drawing was made in like 2018, maybe earlier.
Yeah.
So like Phoenix would totally know slang from those years. So imagining him being totally familiar with it, even if he's not like on Twitter, because I refuse to believe this man knows how to use social media. But like the idea that he's just like constantly misusing slang on purpose to mess with them is just really funny to me.
Oh, it's beautiful to imagine.
It's so
truly.
funny.
What? Tell me. You've heard of the Juris system, yes?
The Juris system? Don't forget I'm here.
Right? New legal system everyone's talking about.
Have you heard of it, Apollo? If you haven't, we're gonna have to like all be really embarrassed for you.
Huh? Maybe.
Oh, Apollo, this is so embarrassing as
I don't know it either!
Yeah, but like you're the law nerd, so this is like way more cringe for
God.
you.
Oh, unrelated, have you seen new Jenny Nicholson video yet?
Yeah, I watched it twice. I've actually watched it 3 times almost, but I fell asleep partway through. Don't worry about it.
It's so... I mean, it's so good. The Starkers are so bad, but the video is so
I've talked
good.
about it with like 4 or 5 different people, and like...
I can't wait to talk to you about it. When I come up.
yeah.
We will discuss.
We'll have like a book club about it.
We will. We literally will.
Ugh.
It'll be so good.
It will.
Maybe not as many people are talking about it as I thought. He's actually like kind of sad.
Phoenix is like, fuck, man, I've been working on this for
He's like, I was
years.
hoping people would care. I think it was cool. Juris system, huh?
Phoenix is having like the low-key horrifying realization that like he's become the law nerd.
Yeah,
he's like,
"Fuck."
oh shit. He's been spending too much time with Miles and Franziska figuring this out, and he's just like, damn it.
So, Daddy, what's this juris system thing?
Well, Trucy, do you know what a jury is?
I've heard of it. Isn't that those people who sit in court in those old courtroom dramas? The ones who get to decide if a guy's innocent or guilty. Do you know, Apollo?
Only from TV.
You didn't learn about this in school? Like, that's the thing. Even if, like, I feel like you would have to, like, do lawyers not have to take, like a history of law class? I guess they might not have to. I just can't imagine not having, like, I guess because, like, so many of my classes had, like, some, like, history aspect to it, you know? Like,
Yeah.
even, like, all the art people I know, they had to take, like, so much art history that I can't imagine being like, yeah, we're just, like, not going to mention this in class.
It's all people chosen from the community, right? Well, they're thinking about reviving that system.
Don't worry, they won't.
They're calling the new system the juris system.
I don't necessarily know if I want an AA7. Just putting this out there. If we did get one, I actually really hope that they would put in the juries from DGS because, like, they've figured out how to do it,
Yeah.
you know?
I'm so torn on AA7. It's like, I want it because I just want more. I always want more, especially because 5 and 6, although I definitely agree there's, like, good parts, they, like, definitely leave me, like, a bit disappointed in some areas and I want more things. However,
I just don't know where they'd go. I really don't.
That's the thing is, my thing is just I'm scared because there's so many ways it could suck so bad.
Yeah, and I'm not really into the idea of retconning. I think, I have said this on so many streams. I think retconning is a very lazy way to do anything. So I don't know how we would do, I don't know if Apollo would just be gone now. I don't know if we'd be with Apollo, which I actually do not want. Under no circumstances do I want to be followed. I don't trust them. I don't want to be in Karine. No. So, like, they'd have to figure that out, but, like, Phoenix kind of gone in a bunch of circles, and they technically already did all of Athena's backstory in, like, one really quick whoosh, but, like, didn't do it well. So, like, it's like, they kind of, like, wrote themselves into a corner, and I don't know what they do about it. But, like, really the only thing I know is, one, I don't want them to have to deal with a sibling reveal on screen. I don't think Ace Attorney, like, there's a lot of, like, personal stuff, but they don't really do, like, on-screen fights and arguments super well. A lot of it's, like, off-screen. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the stuff with, like, Edgeworth is off-screen because they don't have, like, really, you know. So I don't think they'd handled it well, and I don't think the drama would do anything unless it's a case where Thalassa is murdered. And I think that's also really lazy. But I do think it's something they could consider. But, like, the only other thing is I would just want them to use the juris system because, like, it's fun. It's fun in DGS.
It is.
Even if they changed it to be, like, more to whatever they want it to be, like, I don't know. Also, goodbye, JJ. We should get out of this section. Have a good time at work. As good of a time as you can.
No more doing whatever you like, Your Honor.
Not quite that harsh. The jurists cooperate with the judge. They help analyze the case from different angles. There will only be 6 then under the current proposal, right?
You didn't know what this was 2 minutes ago.
I know now. I suddenly know all about it.
Wow, you know your stuff, Apollo.
Wrong voice. Their findings directly affect the verdict.
Ooh, is it good, Hannah?
Hopefully people will start taking the courts a little more seriously now.
Someone just sent me an ask on Tumblr that just says, have you heard this song? And I'm a dumbass, so I put it in. It's a YouTube link, so I can't see that. But I am a dumbass. But it is just a music video from 21 hours ago. And I have no idea why this was sent to me. And I wonder if it's just some fan of this musician. Kim Nam-joon? I've never heard of this person, but it's got 3 million views in 21 hours. But it must just be some, like, fan who's going around sending this link to, like, a bunch of people, because, like, I can't listen to it right now, but I have not talked about music recently, so I'm just like, what? Hello? Who is this? Is this a K-pop guy? I just say that because I don't know. It looks like the music video is claymation. I say that because of some of the way the comments are worded, yeah. So I like that RM is not afraid to experiment with music and art. Jimin is so accurate in saying that his album plays like a diary. This genius is behind a great deal of BTS's success. Yes. It is K-pop. Related. Why was this sent to me? I have never talked about K-pop. Anyway. Sorry. That confused me and I needed to tell someone about it.
I feel like I'm on some kind of educational TV show. Starring Dr. Wright.
Dr. Wright, his assistant Trucy.
And this guy who's here, I guess.
Yeah. Also, have you noticed how much more active and like kind of like the olden days the Ace Attorney Twitter's being? You probably haven't. They started retweeting fan art again, like like.
Yeah, I'm not going on Twitter, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, not like shit that they sponsored, like not like anything like official, but they've just retweeted fan art, just normally.
I imagine.
They've, like, quote retweeted, and they've like quote like, they just quote retweeted something random with like a picture of Gumshoe and stuff, and like a random cosplay. Like, they've just been like, maybe they were like, fuck. You're all still online. We actually have to cater to you.
Well, I imagine what happened was, one, they put out the Apollo trilogy and maybe it didn't sell as good as they were initially hoping. But another thing I imagine is with the Apollo trilogy release, I imagine that they may have changed their staff for... Maybe they didn't change their staff, but they might have changed their staff for socials. So they could have someone new running it. Or they could have just refreshed what their rules were for posting. It might have been like, okay, we need to post more often, you know? I don't necessarily think it means something's coming. It could. It very much could.
It could, but I don't think that.
I imagine, but I don't know what any of their numbers were. But since I didn't hear anything, like with DGS, I heard when they sold a ton. I didn't hear anything like that, but I also wasn't online. But since I didn't, like, hear...
to be fair, I also, like, I missed some of their tweets, so they could have tweeted something about it doing well, and I, like, forget.
But my guess, my uneducated, completely, like, this is coming from nowhere guess, is that they didn't sell nearly as many copies of the trilogy when it released. And someone went, let's just try engaging more on socials. So interact with fans, post more memes, post things other than just the trilogy is on sale, because that's really all they tweeted before. So I imagine that's all that happened.
Realized people were getting frustrated with that.
Yeah, I imagine that's what happened. Because like
maybe they're thinking, oh, if we do a lot of sales for the Apollo Justice trilogy, if we're also tweeting a lot, people won't notice as much.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to get people more engaged in the hopes of because I know they were doing that like play along with the Apollo trilogy, and that was the last time I like heard about the account and was like online. So I imagine, I don't know if the play along was working, but I do know that they got a little bit more goofy with that. So maybe they were trying to see if leading goofier would get more engagement. And also equal sales, because I don't know if the play along, don't put spoilers in the replies thing was doing anything. It's an interesting tactic, but I don't know if it was like working. And I won't know, because they aren't going to show me their numbers. What if Capcom hired me? That'd be crazy. Anyway.
Mascot, hey. So, what is the secret mission? Jura System is my mission, more or less. Anyway, keep in mind that new ideas like this system are always risky, Apollo.
Too true. Everyone's got an opinion and they just talk and nothing gets decided.
Me. Kinda like you, Apollo. Uh-oh.
I'm not that bad, am I?
Hannah, we can't talk about things that could never happen because I don't speak Japanese.
In any case, we're gonna give it a shot.
I'm just saying, if Level 5 hired me, I think I could really revive the Layton franchise in a way that they would be surprised by. I just think I understand it that
Would
well.
they be good surprised, or would they just be surprised?
I think I could knock it out of the fucking park. I think I would kill at this. I do. I really do. First things first, spin-off with Des and Emmy. You're welcome, Level 5. I will be looking for my check in the mail.
I don't like tests.
We'll take a case as a sample and choose 6 jurists. I'll be the one helping with that process, incidentally. Helping how?
Paula's like, please don't.
Well, for one, I'll be chair of the Jury System Simulated Court Committee. Chair constructs the ideal situation, choosing the case, jurist candidates, even the judge in the courtroom.
It is kind of wild that Phoenix gets to be involved in this, right?
And I'm choosing the exact same judge in courtroom.
Wow, it's like you have a real job.
I was never that good at the piano, to be honest. As a lawyer, always a lawyer, I guess.
They're not gonna be Hannah. We both have to, like, give it up. That's why my goal for New World of Steam is Brenda or Clark mention. Full stop. That's it. I don't even need them on screen. Mention Luke's parents once, and I will be satisfied. My next bar, right above that for cameo, is any Flora mention in any capacity. Those are my hopes and dreams for New World of Steam. Parents get mentioned that they exist. Flora technically exists, and I'm not betting on that happening. And that's how you're happy with the game. You set your expectations so low that if you get disappointed, it's a shit game.
Trial's tomorrow, by the way. Don't miss it.
He's like, I'm not giving you any time. No prep.
The trial simulation, that is.
A simulation, huh? Sounds interesting.
So, what kind of case is the trial simulation about? Well, since it is the first run-through of a new system, I wanted something simple.
Good thinking. No sense wearing yourself out on something too serious.
Can't relate.
True. And the case is a murder. It's not simple at all.
Okay, but would you have fun if it was just like a hit and run?
Yeah, like...
If it's not real, then we can have a little fun with it. That's my take. If it, you know?
Yeah, literally.
If it's not real, let's just like have a little bit of fun. If it's not real, we're just playing like a game basically. We're just doing like tabletop roleplay. So, who cares?
By simple, did you mean that the defendant is?
Guilty. Wrong. Guilty. Yeah, most likely.
I also read that in the wrong tone of voice for the next line, but I didn't know it.
So, good luck, Apollo. With what? With the trial tomorrow. You're defending, of course.
Hannah, don't worry about it. Like I said, it's just a little bit of tabletop roleplay. Everyone calm down and get their d20s. It'll be fine. It's not that big a deal. Chill.
Called that I said it had something to do with you.
Go for it, Apollo. It's not like we're getting paid anyway. It's just a test case. No sweat.
Yeah, but there's still a verdict to be decided.
And if it's a test case, it wouldn't matter.
And a potentially serious sentence. The most serious in a worst case scenario. You mean the verdict's for real? That's not a test trial, that's a real trial. All the forms have been filed. Without you. There's no turning back now.
Trucy's like, I've had your handwriting down for like 4 months. Don't worry about it. I forged your signatures. I didn't want to bother you.
Trial begins tomorrow at 10 a.m. I hope you can make room in your schedule.
Your busy
Apollo's
schedule.
like sitting on the couch with he's like just sitting on the couch with his journal, like clearly not busy.
Do you think he's like a really standard journal guy, or like do you think he's like putting in stickers? Do you think he's just straight writing and being boring, or do you think he's using like highlighters? Because I don't know. I actually don't know. He might color code his pens, actually. I can see him doing like the headers in a different color pen. But I don't know.
Now you got me thinking about it now.
Yeah, I'm like, is he a stationary guy? Is he into that? I don't know.
Why am I only hearing about this now?
I love that no one ever talks about Apollo journaling. We should talk about Apollo journaling more.
Why don't we?
I don't know. I think it's fun. Gonna write in his journal into my fic.
Yes, there was a change this morning. I picked a new case.
Oh no. Rip Hannah, I'm sorry. Oh, also, did I say hi to Nate? Hi, Nate. I've... Brain.
Something that happened last night.
Hey, Apollo. I know you're all excited about that secret mission that we just talked about, so it's not really a secret anymore. But what about this? The True Grammary Grand Magic Show?
What? Oh, right. The card tricks.
Come on, man! They're not card tricks! They're grand illusions, miracles! The apocalypse! Heaven and earth will shake!
So what? 3 whole days from now.
It's at Sunshine Coliseum! Let's go! Let's go today! We can say hi to Uncle Valent.
Have fun.
What? I can't go by myself? You know I'm not very outgoing.
Right. Why not go with her?
I was like, I have shit to do.
But what about the secret mission? No, don't worry about that. You'll hear all about it tomorrow, regardless. That smile. He knows something that he's not telling me.
He hasn't told you shit ever.
Yippee! Now you can take me to the Coliseum.
Suppose it wouldn't kill me to pop over there.
Things that are often said by people who die, so watch out, Apollo.
Ah, Grammary. That reminds me.
What's this, Daddy? Isn't that silk hat the Grammary seal?
Consider it a birthday present, Trucy.
Thanks, it's great. But today isn't my birthday.
Good point. What day is it today, Apollo? Today? I think it's Recycle Your Plastics Day.
Loser.
Then it's a recycle your plastics present.
Yippee! So it's plastic.
Given up trying to understand them, it's much easier that way.
You don't have to understand them. You just have to go with the flow and have fun. Why don't you have fun for once, Apollo?
So, what is it?
Can I open it, Daddy?
No.
Okay.
Huh?
You'll need that envelope someday. Someday soon.
I
Just
think
not right now.
I think Trucy loves shit like this, and Apollo is so fed up. He's so mad all the time about shit like this. Meanwhile, Trucy is living her best life in, like, a little riddle cage.
Don't open it until then.
Oh, why didn't you just hold on to it until then?
Because that would be the logical thing to do. An envelope about the Grammarys, huh?
Ah, fuck. God damn it. Why don't they have a skip button? Sorry.
Alright, so what case are you going to use? You really want to know, don't you?
Apollo trying to figure out literally anything about what he's doing tomorrow versus Phoenix being normal. Like, this is just how he always is.
Of course I do. I mean, I'm going to be defending, aren't I? If all goes well, then yes. Of course, this is just a test. He's like, it's no big deal. Stop
Don't
being
worry
so
about
weird
it.
We wanted everyone to start without preconceptions. Blank slate, as it were. There's a difference between having a blank slate and being totally clueless.
Hasn't he been totally clueless for basically all his cases? Who cares?
Whose dumb idea was that anyway? Well, mine. Committee chair, remember?
Oh, sorry.
You want to know that badly, I suppose. Give you permission to examine the scene of the crime. Good, that's better. But you can't talk to anyone involved with the case. What? Then how am I supposed to defend? You let me worry about the details there. Remember, I'm in charge of this trial. All of it. But you don't want it to backfire, do you? Apollo. I'm in charge of the whole trial. That means the entire affair is my responsibility, for good or for bad. Just do what you can. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Alright. I recommend going down to the detention center. Your client's waiting for you. You can ask about the scene there. But you just said I couldn't talk to anyone involved. Oh, you can talk to your client. If you can get her to talk.
Well, time's a wasting. I'm still here.
You gotta move. Wait, actually, I have to examine, because at some point I have to go back and examine Charlie enough times to get the reward. This is such a funny line.
Yeah. The plan intrigues you, doesn't it? Not really, it's just the only thing in here that doesn't have some secret function.
Way to be loud as hell, Maya.
You know what? That didn't even cross.
Tell Maya, say hi!
Ronnie says hi.
I just woke up. Hello.
You just woke up? I thought you didn't take naps.
I wasn't taking up. I was going to bed because my tummy hurt. And then I woke up. I was so itchy. And then I went to go put eye drops in, and our trash is still there that I didn't bring upstairs. And now I have to finish breaking down the styrofoam that I abandoned.
Okay. Got it. And then go back to bed.
Yeah.
Okay, got
Now
it.
that I'm up, I'm gonna shower.
Oh, now you're gonna shout.
I'm
Okay.
going through it.
Alright, bye, Maya. She's having a night. Anyway.
No secrets, but lots of memories. And a name, too. Wanna hear it? Not really.
Don't be fucking rude, Apollo.
His name is Charlie, if you were curious.
How dare you?
Really, I wasn't.
I'm sick of his shit. Anyway. Oh god, I don't have my hand on the WASD. I was like trying to get things to move, but it wasn't working. October 7th, Detention Center. Visitors room.
"20 minutes we've been waiting here. 20 minutes.
That's not that long. Maybe I should complain? I'm sure that guard has better things to do than stand there pretending he doesn't see us. I think he's part of the background.
Oh, the minute we get angry, the client will show. Always works that way.
He's not wrong.
Like shouting, "Oh, waiter," and they're standing right behind you. Oh, guard! Is our client going to be much longer?
What are you talking
What
about?
are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember which one of us is the guard. The guard has had like
I
two
think-
lines.
Yeah, who give a shit? Haven't you already started the meeting yet?
Huh?
Oh. Hey.
Eek!
Where'd you come from? Well, anyway, please have a seat.
She
Do
stands.
we need a fade to black for that?
Yes.
Okay.
It's always so funny to me that they never came up with a better way to do these detention scenes, so they just have to keep flashing the assistant and making the other person disappear. Like, they don't even keep... It'd be too visually confusing to have them both on this, like, layered on the screen. There's gotta be a better way to do this.
I'm nervous, Apollo.
Silence. Suspense.
You guys don't need to be rude, though.
Why don't you do something, Trucy? You're a magician, aren't you?
That's right. Okay.
Whoa! I'm the amazing Mr. Hat.
Okay. Eek! She passed out!
Ms. Magic. Can we skip the line? Hi. Well, I'm your defense. I really think it has to be fate, you know? This is such an insane bit of dialogue. And by fate, I mean destiny. Did you know I'm good with this job? I still don't know why. I still don't understand any of this part.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Tell me, what's your sign?
I can tell you mine if you'd like, Apollo.
No, never mind. Just got
Wait, you don't want to, but what if we're, not destined to be friends by the stars? What if the stars think we shouldn't speak to each other anymore? Isn't that what you're talking
I
about?
can stop talking to you.
Maybe the stars don't want us to know each other, Apollo. Have you considered that?
They seem destined to get difficult clients, it seems.
Oh god, come on guys. Proximity.
So what's your name?
He can't find the paperwork that Phoenix filed to say who he's
You
defending.
didn't read it on the way?
You didn't get a copy? Come on, Apollo. Bless you.
Oh, right, I'm supposed to introduce myself first.
He's really struggling through this conversation.
I'm Apollo, Apollo Justice.
And I'm Tracy Wright.
I know. Getting nowhere fast.
I wasn't talking to you.
Hey, I know, maybe you can tell us what happened? I'm your defense attorney after all. Anything out of the ordinary happened lately?
Well, the other day this tourist from out of town stopped to ask me directions.
Later, Tracy.
Okay, so you don't want to hear my fun story.
I feel like I need to ask directions myself here. Well, that was fruitless. Though I think I understand despair a little better now.
Dramatic.
You did good, Apollo. That was fine.
You pause.
Don't worry about it. Look, she's.
I like to think she's just beaming an image of it in front of them.
Yeah.
She's doing her nails. Even though she's got both her hands in that sprite.
Yeah, like, was it that hard to make a nail painting sprite?
It was that hard to make a nail painting sprite, apparently. They made,
Fucking
all these
apparently.
sprites, and they were like, we can just skip that one.
What? Are nails more important? Why is he, really mad now?
He's stressed.
He's, actually getting really upset.
He's pissed.
What? Are nails more important to the defense? Is that it? Go, Tracy.
Ugh. Is this her?
Yeah, do you want to be Vero?
Sure. Excuse me? Could you read this?
Sure.
You need higher contrast on the Drew Studio, girl.
I feel like a teenager on first. I don't.
I'm just saying words.
I feel like they let whoever was writing Apollo for this specific bit, they just kind of let them go rogue and didn't edit any of it.
It's kind of funny because I feel like he doesn't really talk like this in much of the other, he's like, I feel like we don't get this many lines like this from Apollo, so it's just kind of like, oh, okay. I feel like this, and him going off about astrology. I don't know, maybe it is, and it's just been a hot second since we got to him just talking about stuff that wasn't court.
Stop looking so wistful and read it, Apollo. We're trying to find information.
Business card. Name and address.
This Kind of a shit business card, girl.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
I gotta make and get business cards very soon. That's on my list of things to do.
The name is Vera Mitchum. The address is for Drew Studio.
Lame.
And you're giving me this card because...
I love that Apollo hasn't even technically put together that she's Vera, but like the like little name tag is like, figure it out.
Uh-huh. Well, looks like we finished here.
I wonder if Drew's studio is the scene of the crime.
Let's go find out.
I can't remember like the actual order for like if we have to go to the Sunshine Coliseum when we go to the Sunshine Coliseum, so we'll figure that out later. October 7th, Drew's studio. We've got some wildly different styles happening. Also, why did they hang that painting right there? That's gonna drive me nuts.
Wow, this looks like a studio.
It's like life imitating art. Or maybe it's the other way around? But the tape on the ground there, it's a bit jarring.
Yeah, looks like we found our crime scene.
Apollo, look at all those paintings.
Hey, don't touch those.
It's okay. I'm just looking and I'm wearing gloves.
When I touch.
Uh-huh. 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 Huh?
Yeah.
Apollo? Look at this one.
It looks half finished. You can still see the rough sketch underneath.
But that's odd. The rough part doesn't look like the rest of the painting at all.
Yeah, good point. That is odd.
We just took it.
It's fine. It's good.
We're just carrying around a giant canvas.
All
Yeah.
the paintings have a really different style, too.
Is it? Let's just...
Okay, Emma. Yeah, I was like,
Okay,
is it
cool.
Emma? I think it's Emma.
Okay.
Now that you mentioned it here.
Emma, long time no see.
Oh. Seems like I run into you two far too often.
She saw
I added to that line.
She saw Trucy last night. They watched a movie, ate gross popcorn that they just like threw random toppings into.
I bet I know why you're here too. You know about the trial simulation tomorrow? Heard about it? Sure. So Mr. A chose you, huh?
Lame.
I keep yawning, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Don't even know what the case is about.
Well, you know it's a murder. You know the crime scene, and you technically know your client, so you do know some things.
Well, he was killed. The artist who owns the studio, that is. Mr. Drew Misham.
Good.
Misham.
And his daughter was put under arrest. Yeah, we just saw her at the detention center.
It was funny, though. She seemed more like a victim than the kind of person who could commit murder.
You don't say.
Someone has been going through and commenting on every single one of my Ace Attorney fics. So every time I open my email, I have like 2 more comments. It's very nice. It's just, yeah, it's really nice. It's so weird. Because I haven't had anyone do this in a while, so it's just like, oh. I also haven't posted in a hot second.
Not even by poisoning. That's how it was done, you know. Poisoning is a common way to get the job done when the murderer is a woman.
I feel like I've heard this so many times, and I'm like, is this true, or is this just something that, like, crime media loves to repeat? Hold on, quick Google. 2 more women poisoned.
I actually have heard this, I will say. I did hear this. It could, I don't know if it's an actual
The Washington
statistic,
Post said something in 2015, but like, I'm like, what?
Basically, I've heard that it's true, but I can't confirm it because I don't, like, it's not like I was, like, reading, like, an actual, like, verified source. I just heard.
One of the reasons is I heard it, I'm curious if it's still something that's accurate, because one of the times I've heard about it is, like, a long time ago. I feel like I've heard, like, in, like, the Middle Ages, and even before that, like, or after that, like, I can't remember what era in France, like, poisoning was a choice, but, like, part of that was, like, patriarchy? If that makes sense? Like, poisoning was just easier to do. So I'm curious if, like, now, like, if you looked at statistics for present day, if that would actually be a trend or not. It might still be, but, I have no, like, a lot of this doesn't look like it's, like, I'm not seeing, like, science or studies. I'm seeing an article that the first image is from Game of Thrones. Let me see. Poison is the 6th most common way for women to kill. Menu, technically yes, but it's not popular anymore. So, according to this article from 2015 from the Washington Post. So I'm not doing any further research than that. So also, poisoning is a common way to get the job done when the murderer is a woman. Not true. Not true. In Ace Attorney, yes. I guess I should change that to qualify. Sure. There's a few, but...
Poisoning?
There's a poisoner. There's a few poisoners. Multiple genders. Who cares?
Anyway, Mr. Wright told me he'd be coming. Feel free to take a look around. I'll just be over here. Nice and coos. Can't talk to anyone related to the case this time around.
Phoenix told Emma that, and Emma was like, hell yeah.
Which means we find out as much as we can here at the scene. Where else?
So, this, Drew Misham was some kind of artist?
Apparently. Did a lot of illustrations for books, I hear.
Wrong size paintings.
Yeah, good luck with that.
You can scan them down. It's just like, these aren't the right ratio.
Mm-hmm. Had a lot of female fans too, for what it's worth.
Weird.
Oh, well, I guess his stuff is kind of, well, okay? Like that oil painting over there, for instance. I don't think, like, gender matters when you're looking at a painting of a fish.
Yeah. That wasn't one of his illustrations, actually. Huh? So it was a standalone painting or
Oh
something?
my god.
Is that what she means?
Apollo, please.
He was an odd bird, Misham. Hadn't shown his face to anyone until the end.
What do you mean to anyone?
He was always locked up in here in the studio anyway. His only connection to the outside world was through letters he put in that letterbox there. Letters? Do people still write letters?
What do you mean, Apollo?
I mean, when was the last time you wrote a real letter? Well, most people use email and stuff these days. Not Mr. Misham. Couldn't stand technology, it seems. He did everything by mail.
Maybe he thought that way was more artistic, you know?
We're just gonna take that off the wall.
Doink.
It's ours now.
In any case, the only person besides him allowed in here was his daughter, Vera.
Oh, you mean the killer?
The suspect, please. Took some fingerprints, of course. The only ones found in the room were Mr. Misham's and Vera's, basically.
Basically?
Actually, last night, Mr. Misham gave an interview to a reporter for the first time. Happened during the interview, apparently.
His first interview ever?
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened the night of the murder?
In a second, Apollo.
Yeah. I love when the game does that and, like, it brings up, like, the next point, but it's, like, not the next, like, big box to click.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this woman, Vera. She's Mr. Misham's daughter, right? Yep, real sickly girl, ever since she was little. Hardly ever went outside.
She did kind of give off a withdrawn sort of aura.
She was homeschooled by her father, apparently. Quite a scene when they took her to the detention center. She was screaming about how she'd die if they took her outside. That does sound like a scene. In the end, she agreed to leave if she was allowed her good luck charm for company.
Her good luck charm?
Apparently, she has this charm that magically gives her the courage to go outside.
Oh my god. Nope, we're skipping that. Sorry.
Fair.
But why would a shut-in daughter kill her own dad?
Well, like, I mean, I know what happened. Obviously, I know. But, like, I mean, this doesn't seem that much of a stretch to me.
Stuff like this has happened
Yeah.
before in reality. Like, I'm not, like, saying it's necessarily justified or that it's not justified. It's all, like, but, like...
It happens.
It happens. It happens, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at me.
I'm just, like, still like, oh, Apollo, that was a gross comment to make.
He wouldn't say that, don't worry. Or he would, and Trucy would, like, smack him.
We've decided he didn't because we skipped it, but true.
Yay! Not the poison. It was found to be in his coffee, right?
Sorry, I'm fixing my stream deck. Got it. It was, the wrong angle.
No, not precisely.
Not precisely. What does that mean?
See for yourself.
I love these shit-ass paintings on the wall where they were like, we figured stuff out for 4 other paintings. You can have a terrible tree. And an apple. Wait, didn't we just... Sorry. Yeah, I didn't hit the right button to go down, sorry. Yeah, it's my guy. It always bothers me that I forgot her watch.
Like I said. Last night was the first time someone from the outside came into this studio. I guess mysterious painters who never go outside make for good articles. Just so happened that he died the night of his first interview? At around 9 p.m. every night. Vera always made him a cup of coffee. Last night, he drank his usual coffee and suddenly became violently ill.
It happens.
And died? She poisoned him on the night of his interview? Wouldn't the reporter see?
Well, fun fact. Trucy, if she poisoned him and made the coffee in another room, like, no.
Yeah. It wasn't near Mr. Misham when she brought her father his coffee. He was checking out some equipment in the back of the room.
I love all this weird equipment because it does not look like it belongs in this space at all.
Supposedly, that's why she didn't notice he was there. It was the reporter who called the police, in fact. Wait, but why is she the suspect? If anyone is suspicious, it's the reporter. Yet the reporter never got near Mr. Misham's coffee. Even Vera acknowledges that. Regardless, I want to know more about this reporter.
Okay. Do.
Hey! There's a painting hidden back here.
Hey, you're right.
What if it's embarrassing somehow, and you didn't want anyone to see it?
You certainly seem pleased by the possibility.
I just like being nosy. Huh. It's so... normal.
It's hardly something to get mad about.
Huh? What is it, Apollo?
Well, doesn't this painting look like... Never mind.
Just say what you think. I'm in your mind palace.
Better get a professional opinion on this. Ah, that's the victim's coffee mug.
Aha! So the poison was in here. This is my first time seeing a real poisoned mug of coffee.
I would hope so. Poison coffee? Not exactly, actually. What do you mean? No traces of poison were found in the coffee.
What?
You'll have to figure out the rest yourself. I'm officially not on your side, after all.
have to examine that? I can't remember. Let's do it anyway. How do I do that? Wow, we took all of the paintings. I did not realize we took all of them. How are you guys carrying this shit around?
Lol.
Hey, look there. That stain doesn't look so healthy, Apollo. That must be the blue mountain stuff we've been hearing about.
Something tells me that even Blue Mountain coffee isn't this blue.
I like to think that they just, when he's not working, but he's technically on work hours, but they don't have anything to do. They just sit on the TV and just like watch whatever's on and watch a lot of the same commercials.
Oh, this stain is probably... better ask Emma.
Okay. I really don't remember everything we have to click in this, so sorry.
That letterbox looks funny sitting inside a room like this.
Let's take a look. Empty. Other half of that letterbox is actually connected to the outside of the studio. Mr. Mishima will put his letters in there. And the postman took them away. You know, how, like, mail works.
Impressive that someone still writes letters in this day and age. Or wrote, rather.
Okay, I think... Oh.
Oh, the only thing the victim drank that night was this coffee. So the poison definitely reached him through this mug.
I like you better when you tell us stuff.
Look, just figure it out yourselves, okay? I have my position here to consider.
I didn't actually mean to click on that one again. Sorry.
Imagine this coffee cup was for guests to use.
Guests?
Did the police already analyze this cup too? Not a trace of poison was found on that cup. So the killer was after Drew Mishima alone.
I wouldn't mind taking a closer look at those paintings we stuffed in our pockets.
Oh, okay.
I just love oils. You know how they're so thick? Is that the word?
Yeah. These paints are all dry. I'm just surprised at how different these all are.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I guess they probably had someone on the crew just like churn these out.
Yeah.
And what's going on with this half-finished one?
Must have been a work in progress. You can still see that we talked about this.
That's so weird.
I noticed. That is weird.
Geek! Apollo, that's where the body was.
It's the spot where Mr. Drew Mission that's the spot where Mr. Drew Mission passed away. Got the coffee mug to his lips, and the next moment... There's quite a bit of paint on the ground. See that half-finished painting there? Must have been working on that right up until the moment he died.
Wow, a true artist to the end.
Or maybe he started it a year ago and he was procrastinating.
Real. Okay, can we move on? Yes, we can.
What is all this equipment here for? It doesn't look very artistic, really.
He had everything from a lathe to a laser cutter. Looks like he was ready to work on metals and wood, too. God, I wish I had like a studio with just everything.
Mm-hmm.
Though his equipment's a bit old, to tell the truth. Why would a painter need all this? From the dust, I'd say he hasn't used this stuff for years. This corner doesn't fit with the rest of the studio.
Oh, do you think I could borrow this? I want to cut a quarter in half to make it a trick coin.
This is a crime scene, Trucy.
And, like, who cares? But these cost like $50 at the magic shop.
She's so real for this. I'm sure, like, Crickets and other printing things, similar ones, I think the other ones are, like, Silhouette and something else, are definitely going to be on sale on Monday because it's Memorial Day. And Ronnie, the way I am, like, trying so hard to restrain myself.
Sorry, I just blacked out. Restrain yourself on what?
Buying, like, not a Cricket, because I've heard those are, like, not working good right now, but like a Silhouette or like one of those other like printing things that people make stickers on.
Yeah.
And like
God.
And the thing is, I've gotten quite a few Cricut stickers and I don't particularly like them. However,
For just being able to make them right away.
Yeah.
I get that.
or a button maker, like I don't make enough sales to justify this, but what if like my brain wants
Maybe
it?
we'll just do maybe we'll just do fall and winter cons and we'll make so much money and everyone's gonna love us and then you'll get to get everything.
Maybe.
Maybe. Let's take a closer look at this desk here.
Have we ever done this before? Have we ever had that snapshot in on something?
I think so.
When?
Yeah, because it's in Rise from the Ashes, I think.
No, I meant in this game.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I feel like this is the first time it's happened in this game. And I'm just like, use this more often or something.
Something about the way that figure is posed.
I've seen that pose before. I saw it in Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward.
How was Zero Escape? Did you like it?
Oh my-
'Cause I think it seems like you liked it.
I loved 999. It's so
I should
fun.
play it.
It was really well. After we finish this one, we can play AI. What's the first one called? Somnium Files is
Somnium Files?
that's a sequel. But I have the first one, and it's by the same person. And I was thinking you and I could play it together after we finally finish this
Yeah.
game. And I'm really excited about it. The second one is not as good. The one I'm playing now is not as good. But I am finding ways to have fun with it.
And the first one was really good.
The first one is so good. It's so good, Ronnie. It's really
see.
good. There's a reason it's got a little cult following. It's very good.
You gotta talk to Lizard about it.
I do, but I haven't like I'm pretty sure Lizard has played the other one, so I want to like finish them because like spoilers.
We can hang out with Lizard again.
We do. I do. I haven't talked to Lizard in a hot second.
I haven't. I feel like we've like chatted, but like not.
No, I'm that way
We-
with
we-
so many people, so I
We
understand.
need to hang out. We need to look at our favorite Tumblr blog that I can't talk about here.
Yeah.
We probably missed so much.
I hope we did. I'll be sad if we didn't.
I know.
It's you, Apollo. See, you're making one of your, like, flamboyant gestures. You know. Your little gay gestures.
You know how like you're kind of like fruity about it? Please, I'm professional. wonder why it's posed like that. Incidents?
I'm just clicking everything because I don't know what we need.
This is Drew mission.
And this little girl must be Farah.
I love in these games when they're like, oh my god, this must be that person. Because, like, in real life, definitely, like, people can change dramatically when they grow up. But in these games, because they need to keep the characters recognizable, like, the hairstyles are always very similar, the color palettes are the same, the clothing style is the same. So it's always very obvious who everyone is, even though they're like, sometimes they're like, who could this be? And it's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah, they took that some years ago. They look close. Happy little family. He arrested his daughter. Look, I was personally against that, okay? She just didn't seem very suspicious, scientifically speaking. Uh-huh. Right.
Tiny, tiny photo.
Ooh, cute! Look at the tiny frame, Apollo.
Tiny is right. That thing's barely 2 inches high. What picture would fit in that?
A picture you printed at 2 inches. Genius.
None, apparently. It's empty.
You could fit so many things in there. Coward.
There's no glass in it either. What's it doing sitting up on the desk?
This is a lesson for all of us. Be sure to check the size when you buy frames.
Okay, Trucy.
Got it?
Is this a journal? Oh my god, the journals.
I know.
Sorry. Oh my god, I never told you about Gravity Falls. There was an interview of one of the biggest Gravity Falls Discord server. Like, actually, not them. They just posted about it. 2 popular, fan update accounts were able to interview Alex Hirsch, and they asked about the fucking fit author censor line.
Oh my god. I think you might have sent this to me.
I think I might have. But, hearing the interviewer be like, okay, you definitely agree. He was like, I had no control over that, and I wasn't even, fully aware of it until, it had happened.
Mm-hmm.
And the interviewer was like, okay, but you do agree that, by Disney censoring it, it kind of, made them, appear way more gay, and he was like,
yeah,
oh,
I saw
totally.
that part.
And I was like, at middle school, I could feel middle school me being like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about a clue. Let's read it. Well, what is it, Apollo? He didn't write the name of the killer, did he? We already, we can't keep doing that.
It's new. You didn't write a single line.
Apollo journaling guy is like, no!
Ugh, you had me going for a while there.
My god, there's so many things to click.
Clues here.
Great.
Hey, Apollo, what's this feathery thing?
Isn't that a pen? Like an old-fashioned quill pen?
What's confusing to me is that the quill has a pen part at the bottom.
Yeah.
Which usually, the whole point of a quill pen is you, cut the bottom of the feather. So it's 100% aesthetic, which is fine. It's just strange.
But it doesn't have a pointy end.
It's called a nib, baby.
Sweetheart.
Oh, right.
What is something really funny? I just tried to apply for a job really quickly on the side of my phone, and their website is down for maintenance, so I guess I should just die.
Oh, I mean...
I like to think they saw me coming, and they were like, we gotta shut it down. Get out.
Yeah. Cancel everything.
I was just trying to, do the, upload my resume and hit submit, just, on the side. Oh, I can just do this, really quick. Be one of the first applicants. And they were like, actually, no, you don't get to be one of the first applicants.
Rip.
We are shutting down our website. I mean, I'm sure it's just website issues, but,
I understand.
But like, come on. What about me? What about looking at me and giving me a job? What about that? Anyway, that was most likely for sweeping. Is it detritus?
Detritus.
Detritus, not the desk.
Wow, you sure know a lot, Emma.
Bold and scientific. That's my motto. Was Nate implying that Emma looks like you?
Nante was implying that my PNG is currently dressed up as Emma.
Oh.
Did you forget about
Right,
that? We're in
yeah.
costume.
Right.
You're Clavier.
God, I wish. God, I wish. Oh, at this point though, it's not even just about being a pretty guy. It's about, fuck, I would love to have more money.
You're so
I
real.
would love to pay off my debt. Envelope has been opened and resealed.
Ooh, I know how to do that. You take a pot of boiling water and hold the envelope up to the steam. The glue melts and it opens. Cool, huh?
Whoever did this wasn't so delicate.
Well, I've been doing this since I was 8, so they should just get better. You're right. Looks like they just ripped it open and stuck it back together, which isn't really resealing it. Huh? The postmark on this letter is from 7 years ago.
Why would someone open a letter then seal it again?
Well, they didn't seal it very well.
Yeah. Better hang on to this.
Because here's the thing about this for me. I understand. I do understand. But the thing is, it's postmarked from 7 years ago, so depending on when it was ripped open, it doesn't even have to be that long. If there's just like a little bit of heat or humidity, if you have a letter, like if you close it again and like put it somewhere, if there's like any pressure on it, and sometimes there doesn't need to be a pressure, it can reseal itself a little bit. Not like 100%, but like a little bit, just like over time, because like if you get a little bit of like heat and humidity in the space, it like, well, just the tiniest bit. I only know this because it happens to my letters, because I keep them stacked in a box. So some of my letters are like sealed, like slightly sealed again. It's not like a great seal, but if you pick it up, it'll look like it's sealed.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I'm like, do we look at any of this? Do we have to investigate any of this? I don't know. To be honest, I don't remember the investigation portion of this case super well. Yeah, this isn't a
I thought you didn't play. I thought you never like checked. Oh, that's right. You were.
I've seen parts of it. I've seen parts of this game, but I didn't see a lot of the investigations. And I know what happens and everything, but like having only briefly seen parts of this this room to investigate, I don't really remember. I don't even know if I saw this half of the room, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never played it. I've never seen it in full. I've seen very few parts of it. Most of what I saw was in the trial portions, but I don't like process. I don't remember like, okay, why is it in autoplay? I have a hard time remembering like what to present, when to press, stuff like that. That doesn't stick with me.
Apollo, look! It's been opened here once.
You're right. I wonder if there's some way we can see what's inside.
Should I try to get it open and then stick it back shut?
Don't tamper with the evidence, shall we? Got a better idea.
Come on, let's ask her.
Sure.
Sorry, I am so yawn.
You're fine.
Yawn.
I'm just trying to finish up this before we talk to Emma, so we can just like bang through the ones we have to do.
Oh, you're fine.
Is this a desk for painting, Apollo?
Well, I mean, you could, but like
Yeah.
most people
That would be a
don't.
drafting table.
Drafting?
Basically, it's a tool for making precise diagrams.
I mean, you can. I would
also,
not.
question, in the images on the back there, what's that like funky like skeleton looking
That's a
guy?
frog.
Okay.
The one that's
I
like
you
the
no, it is. I just for some reason it's just been looking like a little skeleton kind of guy dancing.
it kind of does, but yeah, it's a frog.
I wish it wasn't. I wish it was a little guy dancing.
Hi, Hannah. Welcome back. I also had a talk with my parents about jobs tonight, and it sucked. Yeah.
Did it go well overall?
It was just like, what am I even applying for? And then once again, a discussion about grad school. I was trying to apply to 20 jobs before I see my career counselor again, because I feel like we haven't been, like, productive. So I wanted to, like, figure something out, you know? Like, to talk to her about. And I think I'm seeing her maybe the 7th. And I was like, I don't even know if there's 20 jobs to apply to. I've applied to 9, but, like, I don't know what I'm applying to at all. Like, I have no idea what I'm looking for, which is really hard.
I get it.
So.
Wow, painting is harder than I thought.
Would a painter need a drafting table? Is he an architect too?
I was gonna say, don't, like, a lot of different types of artists use a drafting table? Like, you don't just need to be doing architecture? I feel like I've seen, like, comic artists use this.
True.
Hello, welcome. You should talk to your old professor anyway, Hannah. Just so you have that connection still in case you need anything.
Look at all these paints, Apollo.
There's so many. There actually isn't. This is a weird collection of colors.
Yeah. I love the 2 blues that are, like, completely full. Like, bro, it seems like you're not using them.
Yeah, I'm like, are all of these ones that are unlabeled, like, different, like, what are they called?
Pigments?
No, like the stuff, like when you put stuff on a canvas to prime it, or you mix it with the paint to change the... I don't know what they're called. They're like, it's not paint, but it's stuff you add to paints. You know, like there's some that like make like acrylics dry slower, or others that add like a different shine or texture or whatever.
He's got like 20 kinds of red, although we can see he does not. We could repaint your suit, Apollo. How about this shade of green?
That'll be enough of that thing.
He is not interested. I think that's everything. Yeah.
Emma, about this mug. There's a pale blue residue on the rim. Yeah, well, it's just a rumor. But I've heard there's a kind of coffee called Blue Mountain. Pretty sure it isn't actually blue, Emma.
He's like, the coffee inside this isn't blue.
Ah, right. Okay, you got me. It's left over from my testing spray.
Forensic science! I knew your hobby was behind this somehow, Emma.
It's not a hobby.
So, what kind of scientific stuff are you up to?
The spray, that's what turns blue when it touches poison.
I love how vague.
All poison?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Like,
I
all of
love how vague poison is.
Like, no matter what it's composed of, what
Every
like,
poison. Everyone.
She's like, don't worry, I made it. I looked up all of them. It can find all of them.
Everyone, all of them.
Just all of them, so don't worry. So, victim that killed the poison that killed. Fuck. So the poison that killed the victim was on this mug? That's right, see? Wasn't in his coffee. Killer applied it to the rim of the mug itself.
Wow! Science is amazing.
certainly is helpful. Emma'd be willing to help us out a bit more.
You should try buttering her up, Apollo. They say flattery will get you everywhere.
Certainly worth talking to her a bit more.
Yeah, well, we have to present something else, so. In a second.
Emma, about this. Oh, that. Yes, that's a bright red envelope. Be sure it's
Someone opened this, didn't they?
My lips are sealed.
Normal things to do.
Your lips are sealed? That's a first. Oh, Rosie is curled up like a little cinnamon roll right
Oh, baby.
now. If anyone cares. She's so... You agree, she's such a little... She's so little.
Mm-hmm.
You know. You
Yes.
understand. You mean you know what's inside the envelope? Fun fact, by the way, her new favorite toy is my magna cum laude honor cord.
Nice.
She is already, like, ripping out strands of it.
Oh my god.
Which is fine. It's not like it's, like, something... It's not like I was gonna, like, hang it. It's just, like, a piece of turquoise rope. But, like... It's just... She, like, the day that I, like, graduated and, like, went home, she was just like, fuck, I need to chase that thing forever. And she has not gotten tired of it yet.
Incredible. Good for her.
Yeah. So if you want to know how to get on her good side even more, if we get into anime, just, like, walk around with it and she will just, like, chase you.
Got it.
Sure. I read it, after all.
Ah, you mean you were the one who ripped this open and, like, didn't do a good job?
Please, I would have steamed it open.
Good!
But she did sneak a peek at it, apparently. Know that I have a powerful weapon on my side.
Weapon?
Yes, the use of tools. Highly specialized tools for information gathering. What am I getting my hands on?
You should try flattering her, Apollo. They say... Okay.
Whatever. Nope.
Bet Emma could help us out here.
Don't forget, flattery will get you everywhere with her, Apollo.
Sorry. What are you two whispering about? Well, I was thinking. I mean, what is it we always do when we run into you at a crime scene? What is it we always do scientifically? You know me too well. Okay. Okay, meaning we can get scientific now? Oh, I suppose. Just this once. Bring me anything you find suspicious and we'll check it out.
Okay, so I guess we have to present things again.
Emma,
Wait, let me see where... Wait, did we finish all of this? Or did we get... No, we got more flattery at the end of this, didn't we? And she told us that it was... Oh, there we go.
About poison analysis. I was afraid you were going to ask about that. See, the solution is used to test for a trochonine.
Huh?
Trochonine, the deadly poison that we all know found in the autopsy.
That is not how I had said it in my head.
How did you say it?
Atroquinine.
Oh,
I have no idea how you actually say it.
atroquinine. I've just been saying atroquinine or atroquinine.
Who knows? It's fake, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, just
Yeah,
checking.
it
I
is.
said that and then I immediately went.
No, it is. Yo, you know how Google has that AI
Oh,
thing that
God.
has been taking shit from Reddit? I bet if you look it up now, Google's AI will be like, atroquinine is very real and was used to kill Vera Misha. Not Vera. You know what I mean.
Maybe. Maybe in this world.
I know that spark in her eyes. She's getting excited. Just tread lightly. It's one of the most virulent poisons, but is absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. Takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects shown. Oh, guess what? Recent research has shown that it's fine, really. Don't need to know all the gory details.
I think I get it. You just spray this stuff on something you want to test, right?
Precisely. You can find even the slightest trace of poison with this.
I want to try too, Emma. Pretty please?
You don't have to ask twice. They already used it on everything suspicious, of course.
Yay! Let's give it a whirl, Apollo!
What are you doing?
I was just seeing if I got a reaction off of you.
How is this for a reaction? Never do that again. I'm not poisonous.
Tell that to those hapless witnesses on the stand.
Let's get down to checking for real poisons, shall we?
I don't actually remember where I'm supposed to be.
I have a really cool Kristoff whip that I should actually get to now that I'm graduated and don't have to like only think about my werewolf girl film for like a year. Chad, who wants to see me draw Kristoff? Everyone say yes or I'll cry right now. Are you having fun?
Me?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I don't know where I'm supposed to do this, so I'm just like, well. I feel.
Most recent thing I posted I know was Trucy during spring break when I like had a moment of time in LA at Jay's, and then I have a dungeon meshy thing I'm gonna post, which is gonna be a print because I did a little thing of my favorite character, who's Marcel, by the way, if you care. Oh yeah, I think it is the postage stamp thing.
This one?
And then
The one down here?
I feel like it's something on the desk, but maybe I'm hallucinating.
This is fun for all of us. You can keep talking about your artwork.
No, I can't. Can I just like also make the noise like with you like? But no, I'm posting Dungeon Meshi next. Sorry, everyone. But then hopefully Kristoff, and then 20th anniversary of 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge is coming up. So there will be I will be My Chemical Romancing again for all like 5 of my followers who give a shit about that, but I don't care. I posted Nurse Gerard and just let it flop on Twitter. So I was like, I don't care. Look, are you looking? She did some numbers on Tumblr, which I can appreciate, and everyone was kind of insane in the notes, which I was hoping for.
Nice.
Too bad. No reaction there.
Sure, I'm gonna check out all the likely spots.
No, we did not do the pictures stuff yet. We haven't gotten
Like,
there.
I know about the pictures are fake thing, obviously, but we haven't gotten there yet, because I think that's, like, the end of this, like, section.
I don't know where it is. Apollo. Yep.
Oh, wait a sec.
There we go.
What is it, Apollo?
You spray that little desk over there?
I sprayed fucking everything. I don't think so. The spray probably can't reach that far, you know? I was all up in its business, but don't worry about it.
It's like the jar all over again from Rise from the Ashes.
Duh. You gonna read this line?
Oh, sorry. Let's check it out just to be sure. I am losing myself.
Oh, so we weren't in enough. Okay, this is where. There we go. Is there anything else, or is it just that one? It might just be that one.
I think you just got. I think it's. I'm pretty sure it's just the postage stamp. That's why I was confused.
Oh, I had to do it twice. Sorry, I had to do it twice.
Yeah, that's why I was confused that it didn't work. Because I was like, I know that's the thing.
It just didn't want to deal with it.
Eek! A reaction, Apollo.
Where? Where?
The inside of that cute little frame. Look.
Also, thank
that
you.
woke Rosie up. Would you look at that? Nice going, Trucy.
I'm known to work magic.
Never mind that I was the one who found it.
I mean, you didn't really, but go off.
Why the inside of that frame have poison on it? Found the only other place that was poison in any case.
Alright, so let's present. Oop. One sec, we gotta get through her being like, yeah, blah 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 blah. Oh, I gotta go to my post box tomorrow. I don't wanna. Okay. Here we go.
About that envelope we found. I was wondering if you could help us out with that tool you were mentioning. You want to know about my tool, do you? It's called an X-ray analyzer.
X-ray. Like the X-rays you get at the dentist?
That's right. At least that's what I call it.
Huh?
As a real name, but it's much more complicated. The X-ray spectralization. Something. How am I supposed to remember all that?
So basically, it lets you see inside things, like envelopes.
That's right. You're sharp, Trucy. But it's a bit more complicated than that in practice, of course.
So true. Thanks, Phoenix.
Actually, to tell the truth, not really sure how it works scientifically.
Thanks, video game.
Can I try it out, Emma? Please?
Oh, I suppose. Of course, I've already checked out everything suspicious myself.
Alright, let's give it a spin, Apollo. Oh god.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Oh, just seeing if I could see through your hair? But it's like lead.
Point that thing at me anymore and it might all fall out.
Well, then I wouldn't need an x-ray machine to see through it.
Let's get down to business, shall we?
She's giving you cancer.
Alright, let's test it on a sample first. Just so happens that I have a lottery ticket here.
Woo!
Set the sample in the device like so. I don't see anything. Patience, there's no need to get all antsy. Look at the right side of the screen. That's the layer view of the envelope.
Layer view?
You've got it set to display the outside of the envelope now. See? Actually, it's quicker to just have you give it a try. Turn that dial there with these buttons for me, would you?
How'd you make those
You know.
sounds with your mouth? I'll have to press play first. Hell. Or, I had to press out of her thing. I just started trying to use the buttons, and I didn't do that. She did that. Thanks, girl.
That's right. That's how you choose what depth you want to scan.
Hey, I got something.
See? That's how you can read the letters on the ticket inside. Cool, huh? Except I can't read them. Just turn the dial a little more.
Still not me.
What you have to understand is that a sheet of paper isn't really flat at all. When you zoom in that much, you see that paper is like a bunch of hills and valleys.
Wow, really?
This X-ray device uses a beam with a wavelength of only 0.05 microns. Breaks cards down to thin layers so it can only show what's written on that layer. Not entirely following you, but what good is it if you can't read anything? That's why we go on to step 2. Try rubbing the image a bit, if you would.
Rubbing? Like going over the image with
WASD.
while holding...
Space. Great. I imagine that's a little bit more fun on a stylus.
Yeah. There, that fixes the image on the screen. Now, turn the dial again, just a little.
I love how much tutorial there is in this game. There's so much tutorial.
I need to go draw a dog for my dad's girlfriend's birthday and go to sleep.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. I actually really like this mechanic, even if the tutorial does, like, really hold our hand.
It does.
Good. Now you can rub this image to fix it, too.
Hey, I get it. We just keep doing this until we've got the whole thing.
Exactly. Not bad.
Neat. Let's do some more.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. It moves very fast, I will say that. It's a little hard to... I can't tell if we're doing anything.
Can you rub now? I think there's some small pixels. No. Okay.
Maybe it does need to hold my hand.
Damn. Can we go down? I was like, I guess we just gotta... Did we go all the way down?
That's what I'm doing. We skipped a layer. It's very hard to tell that you skipped a layer, though. Jesus! Didn't it hit me higher up? Maybe it didn't.
Guys, we won the lottery.
Whoa!
Okay, let's print this one out.
Great.
Woohoo! I'm a big winner.
No, you're not.
See, this is the true hidden power of my weapon. Neat, huh?
How big is this thing? It looks large. Is she lugging this around?
Yeah, it looks like a fax machine almost. Now let's try it on the real thing, shall we?
Yes, let's do it. I could do this one on my own, girl. Don't worry about it. It sounds almost like Pac-Man. Sorry I'm like doing so bad on this. It's like actually a little bit, it goes so fast that it's actually a little bit hard to control.
Yeah.
With just
that's
WASD,
fair.
you can also use your mouse.
I'm used to it on the Switch. I forget. No, actually, what am I fucking saying? It's not like I played this on the Switch. I played this on my laptop, so I'm just lying. Wow. We did it.
We did it!
Okay, let's print this one out.
Ah, we'll read it later.
Someone deposited $100,000 into Mr. Misham's account? Can someone do that for me? His painting must be really
Can
valuable.
someone do that for us, please?
That'd be crazy. There was I just reblogged it. Well, I just posted from my queue this tweet from someone who was like, I was doing scratch tickets in the break room and it was for like $100,000 a year for life if you win. And my boss was like, $100,000 per year isn't enough to live on. And the person was like, how much do you think you're paying me? My point. I'd get paid, like, what? Who thinks you need $100,000 to live? I can't imagine. I get paid less than half of that. I would be thrilled with $100,000 at any point. Much less per year, for every year, for life.
There's another page in there. Here, take a look.
Sorry.
You bet I do. If you're going to read someone's mail, you might as well read it all.
Here goes the second page then.
Woohoo. It feels like there's like a lot of things that you don't actually end up using that often in this game, you know? Like a lot of mechanics that just like you spend a lot of time learning because they want you to like learn them, but then you don't use them that much. Which is a little weird. Oops, I missed one.
Whoopsie.
Sounds Pac-Man adjacent.
Okay, let's print this one out.
Sign the papers and send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days.
So, it was a letter about payment for one of his paintings.
Why all the secrecy, though? And
what?
why was this letter the only one in here? "7 years old, right?"
Maybe it had some special significance to him? Well, Emma?
Well, indeed. Know something she's not telling us. Looks like she's keeping mum about it.
Red envelope.
So, Emma, I was wondering. What's the story about this reporter that came here for a story the night of the... Whoa, okay. something about the use of story twice there did not work.
The proximity, that's something I like worry about all the time in writing. It's something I'm really particular about. Proximity, word proximity is a huge thing when I'm editing, unless it's like very intentional or completely unavoidable. I really, really, really try to use the same word in a sentence multiple times, unless like it's a deliberate writing choice or, like I said, for some reason completely unavoidable. It genuinely drives me nuts. Is one of my pet peeves.
Hannah, truly head in hands.
Sorry, folks.
What's the story about our boy? I can't remember a story the night occurring. I'm afraid I can't tell you because he's gonna be a witness tomorrow, I hear.
I'm sure he'll be normal.
I thought so. I have premonitions and I don't think it'll be good.
Alright, Brushel.
Brushel?
He's after a scoop to sell the papers. So a reporter comes for an interview with a painter. His first interview ever, and that night he's killed. Seems strange to you?
Really strange. So strange I'm using the pose where I don't have arms.
Does raise a few questions. I'd like to speak with this reporter if I could.
Well, you can't.
Well, I hear he's on the beat today, too.
Oh.
He said something about covering a magician. Magician? Well, if it's not Trucy, that leaves only one other person.
As we know, there are only 2 magicians in Japanifornia.
It wasn't Valiant Grammary by any chance, was it?
Oh, something like that. He's got some big show lined up, I hear. So he's out of interviewing Valiant Grammary. I'll be heading out to that Coliseum again sooner than I thought. Here, I'll give you that reporter's card if you want.
Also kind of a shitty business card. Okay, so I think that's all we have to do here right now. I don't think that painting thing is right now.
Yeah, I guess I don't think so.
Hold on.
So, do you want to be good for now?
Yes, because I'm looking at a walkthrough right now, because I was like, might as well just like check. So talk to Phoenix, Detention Center, Studio. Talk to Emma, those 3. Examine hidden painting, examine coffee mug, check coffee mug, envelope, X-ray analyzer. Brushel's card is added to the court record, move to the Sunshine Coliseum. Flip the card over for a fun surprise. Alright, we will do that. Not the right button. Oh!
Yay!
There he is.
And on that note...
No clues here! Yeah, that's a good place to stop, because then we have to go do all the stuff at Sunshine Coliseum. But we did a tiny bit. We did 3 sections of investigation out of... technically we did 4, because X-ray analyzer counts. So we have Sunshine Coliseum, Detention Center, and Drew Studio left of the stair. So...
I think that's pretty good, honestly.
Not too bad for us, all things considered.
Us, exactly.
All right, thank you all for coming. On Monday, I'm doing more Nancy Drew. It's definitely happening. On Thursday, more Virtue's Last Reward. Friday, we're here? Question mark?
Yes.
Yes.
I think.
I'm
trying to think. It should be. Don't know
All right.
why not.
Cool. Yeah, that's all. But thank you all for coming. I just messed up my pop socket. See you all later. Have a good weekend and all that stuff. Goodbye. Good night. Goodbye.